Okay, so we are currently outside your truck on the driver's side. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, you hear me okay?
I hear you just
Okay,
fine.
so let's turn your phone towards the seat for me. And we're going to go over the instruments on this side of your seat.
Okay.
Right. So you see the little red button? Perfect. That one right there. Once we get in the seat, we're going to use that to adjust the height of the seat, up or down. Now the little black buttons beside it, you see there's 3 of them? Yep.
Yes.
Those are air bladders that actually are in the seat back. Yep. Make sure they don't have any air in them, so push them down for right now. There you go. Once we get in the seat, I'm going to show you how to adjust the air bladders so your back is supported correctly.
Okay.
Now, to the right of those 3 buttons, you should see a pretty big black knob. There you go. That adjusts the seat back angle. And what I want you to do now is I want you to adjust that knob to where your seat back is totally in the upright position. Okay. Good. Yeah, because we're not going to have you drive with your seat back reclined. We're going to have it all the way upright so you get the best support of your back. Perfect. All right. So now let's move around to the front part of the seat. So we're looking at the side of the seat. So let's go to the front part of the seat, kind of between your steering column. Yes. There should be a little long lever there. Pulling that to the side is going to adjust your seat slide, right? Which gets you the seat closer to the pedals or further back, depending on how tall you are.
Right.
We'll adjust that once we're in the seat. Now, what I want you to do is there a little black, almost like little handle thing underneath the front of the seat cushion, right below that lever.
This.
Nope. No, there's a little. Is there a little little black? Almost. It's not an adjustment. It's just something to hold on to lift the front part of the seat up.
I don't really see it.
That's fine. So what I want you to do is pick that front seat up like you have and pull it forward. Pull it forward. Good. Now go back to the side. Go back to the side of your. Yep, back to the side of the seat where we started originally. There. I lost you.
Oh, you did?
I lost you.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Did we hit a button?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, shoot. Okay. Are you
right.
okay?
I'm back.
Let's keep going. All right, so from the side, if you'll take one step back for me, you see how the seat cushion's been pulled forward? You did that?
Do.
So if you were really tall, like over 5'10", we'd probably leave your seat cushion there. That way it would support your knees further down, your thighs further down close to your knees. But I think for your height, we're going to put that seat cushion back in. So push it back in where you pulled it out from. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now what I want you to do is just set your phone down in the seat. And go over into the passenger door. Go into the cab through the passenger door to the passenger seat. Make sure you're using 3 points of contact.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'm in the passenger seat.
Okay. We'll grab the phone. Hello again.
Hello.
All right, so now let's turn the phone onto your driver's seat to where we're looking at the side view from the inside of the cab.
All right.
There you go. Now, you see that big black knob kind of in the middle? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your oscillator. And you'll adjust that once you start to drive. And what it does is it causes your seat to kind of gently move forward and back. And we do that because it's a shock absorber to your back. It takes care of the discs in your back that can get worn down. The main thing when you adjust that is the seat can't be moving so much that you can't hold your head steady in place to drive. Like I tell most people, we can't have you being a bobblehead doll while you're driving. Now, below that or beside that should be like a little toggle switch. It might toggle up and down. It might toggle side to side. Perfect. There it is. That is called your dampener. And it allows your seat to kind of bounce up and down. And again, it's part of the mechanism that protects your back. But obviously, we can't be bouncing up and down the road driving. So once you start moving, you need to adjust it where you have this little bit of movement, but not to where you're bouncing up and down in the seat. All right,
Okay.
other adjustments. Go to your right a little bit, and kind of in that right-hand corner, there's a big black knob. Yep, your finger's in my way.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There you go. That's okay. Big black knob. Perfect. That will adjust the front of your seat cushion up. Yep. Okay. Now, for you, I don't think we're going to need to do that. But we do adjust that up for support for larger drivers.
Okay.
Now, let's move to the back. So go to the opposite corner. And there should be another, yep, right past the seatbelt thing. Yep. And that's going to tilt the seat up in the back. Yep. We use that. Now that Snyder has pretty much using all automatics, we pretty much use the rear tilt for our shorter drivers. So again, we're not going to use that with you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is go ahead and sit in your driver's seat and try to adjust your phone to where I can see you.
Okay.
Good. All right. Now, actually, if you can pick up your phone and turn it towards your steering column, I want to show you that right quick. Okay. So,
Is that good?
yeah, bring it down just a little bit. You see that little lever down below the steering column right there? Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to push that in with your foot. And what it does is it unlocks the steering wheel and allow you to move it up and down and around, which we will do in just a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right, so now let's turn it back on towards you so that you and I can see each other. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we got your seat back out. Upright. We got your seat cushion in the proper position. Now, what I want you to do is that little red lever. I want you to adjust the seat high enough to where your feet are flat on the floor, but you have an L shape at your knees. Okay? Now, if you can put your camera on your legs just so that I can show that for reference. Perfect. Now, stay right in that position and I want you to put your slide your hand between your knee and the front of the seat. You able to do that with you're holding your phone probably, right?
What?
I want you to slide your right hand between the seat and your knee.
Oh, my right hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. You don't have to necessarily show me. Just do it and make sure that you can slide that hand easily between the seat cushion, the end of the seat cushion, and your knee. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So it's not pressing against the back of your knee. That's real important. That can lead to leg pain and swelling.
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect. Okay. Now let's do your air bladders. Those little 3 air bladders, let's put just enough air for it just to touch your back. And you're going to feel it all in your lower back. Just enough to feel it touch your back. And here's why. All we want to do is take up that little bit of space between your back and the seat back. If we fill all those air bladders up to maximum, then it actually pushes your spine away from the seat, and that's not going to be supportive. So just enough to touch. Now, that little lever in the front, I want you to adjust the seat up to your pedals, how you normally drive. Pull the whole seat up to the pedals, and then we're going to adjust the steering wheel last.
I'm there.
You already there? Yeah, back, good. You're right there. Where there's no reaching, right? With your feet.
Nope.
Good.
I got one on the accelerator and one on the clutch.
Okay, perfect. So now, let's adjust your steering column. So again, take your foot and push that little lever in that we found a minute ago. And I want you to pull that steering wheel out into your lap for me. There you go. Now,
Okay.
from there, if you're holding it at 10 and 2 or 9 and 3 or something like that, you should basically have, like you have, a little 90-degree angle there at your elbow, which I can see. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's adjust your armrests. So, when you take them all the way down and then adjust them up, usually a couple clicks. There you go. So, perfect. So, if you were using your armrest, it is the same setup as if you're not. With your arms supported, about a 90-degree bend, wrists are straight, and you're not having to lean forward or take your head forward to drive.
Correct. That's good.
That's perfect. Does that feel comfortable?
It does.
Right. Okay. And it looked like all of your instruments were working correctly. Like you could adjust the seat all the way, you could get the air state in and didn't come out, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Because had that been an issue, we would have got you over to the shop and had them fixed it before you went out on a load. Now, the last thing you'll set, we're not going to do it on this call, but the last thing you'll set would be your mirrors, right? So after your seat's right and you're in the right position, then make sure you set your mirrors last. That way, you're not setting yourself to sit the way the mirrors are set. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
So you'll set your mirrors at the end. Once you get driving through the lot, you can mess with your oscillator and dampener to give you that little bit of shock absorption, but make sure you're not bouncing around in the seat. And if you start to have any issues with this setup, any problems with the seat itself, something breaks down with the instruments, you start to develop some kind of discomfort, you can go through this same mechanism through our PT Everywhere app, because you have an account, and you set an appointment with me, and we'll go over it again, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, Mr. Hovis, well, thank you. Safe driving. Appreciate it. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
See you.